Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to Truth Over Wine with Lily.
I'm TJ. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back. Come back. Welcome back, YouTube. This is Truth Over Wine with Lily and
TJ.
So today we're going to be discussing dating. Where are we going with this?
A little truth over dating. Let us discuss.
Yes, the truth about dating.
The
And let's start
truth
with
about dating.
must-haves and non-negotiables.
Must-haves. Must have a job.
Guaranteed must have a job. Must have. Must have his own place.
Yes. Must have his own place.
But was that true when you were
No.
younger? He must
Hold
have
on,
his own
hold on.
place. No.
Hold on. It depends. Because you have some men that are grown that went through a divorce or hardships and they have older parents and they help take care of their parents. So it's a little bit different. I think it depends on the circumstance.
Must have their own place.
Must have their own place.
What other must-haves?
Must have a car.
Yeah, that's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, must have a car.
I'm not picking you up to go on a date. That's a
I've done
non-negotiable.
that before though.
I'm sure in our younger lives we used to. Now you would go and pick up somebody? She would go and pick up somebody. She picked up somebody last week. I did.
It was already too late. I had already said yes and I didn't realize that they didn't drive, so.
Okay, what are the must-haves? Must have good credit.
Yes. I don't know how you're gonna find out like before you go on a date though. Is that one of the questions, essential questions? By the way,
No.
before I say yes, do you have good credit?
Yes, I have good credit.
But you're not gonna ask that.
Not before the date, but as we like go along.
And what if you
Yeah.
really like him and he doesn't have good credit?
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
So would
So
you help
he-
him fix it?
I would give him advice. Yes, I would give him advice. But if he can't get his act together, this is
Non-negotiable.
non-negotiable.
Must
That is
have
a
good
Must
credit.
have good credit. What else? I have a lot of must-haves.
Must have good hygiene.
Ooh, must have good hygiene.
Yes. That's not non-negotiable.
I need to be able to smell you,
Yeah.
and you can't smell like mine. You know that musty, like you can't. I cannot.
You can't smell like armpits, guys. We have to make sure that you shower and good hygiene.
Okay. 401k.
A lot of businessmen don't have 401ks and they
Then you need to have your SEP IRA.
have other things.
It shows responsibility.
But they might own buildings.
And if they did that, then we could have those conversations as well.
Well, I mean, you can send
So
them.
then, all right, so must be responsible with money.
Right. I think that's better because not
Okay.
necessarily, not everybody is going to have a 401k or an IRA of any sort or even investments. A lot of people can invest and do invest in other things, in other venues.
Okay, I can respect that, but we definitely need to have a conversation about it so that we can see where you are. But
Okay.
must be responsible with money.
Okay. I
Mhm.
think credit and money.
Credit,
money.
You can have good credit and no money.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen. And sometimes that's better. Sometimes that's better.
Let me reflect on that and I'll get back to you.
Get back to me.
All right,
But
whatever.
if you have credit, you can conquer the world.
That is true.
You can conquer the world. If you
That
have
is
good
true.
credit, you can conquer the world.
And you can eventually make
the money that
off
you-
of the good
exactly.
credit. Okay,
So-
fine. It starts with good credit.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right, what else is a must-have?
We said hygiene. We said,
I'm going to give you one. You must treat your mother well.
yes.
The way you treat your mother is the way you're going to treat me.
It's a reflection.
It's guaranteed a reflection. Your mother, your sister, whoever it is that's in your life, that
I agree.
yeah,
I so agree.
yeah,
Definitely agree.
that's a must-have. Anything else?
I'm sure there's a lot of must-haves that we are not
Thinking about?
thinking about.
Must. I mean, I feel like everything else is fixable, or I could work with. I think everything else I could work with. You have anything else you could think of?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm sure we're missing.
Okay, so now that we know our must-haves and our non-negotiables, how do we meet people?
I meet them everywhere.
Okay, where?
Church.
That's where Joel and I met.
Look at that. She met her husband in church.
That's not always a good place to meet men, though.
Why would you say that?
2 reasons. One, it's like meeting men at work. If it doesn't work out, it gets a little uncomfortable. And I still want to go see the Lord. I don't want to switch
I never
churches.
thought about that. Yeah.
So it can get a little uncomfortable. And 2,
I mean, you could just change the time you go.
church is a very small space. Everybody knows each other, and it depends on how long you guys were dating for. No. The second thing for me is, I hate to say this, but the devil goes to church too. And in my experience, some of the men that go to church are not exactly the best men out there. They're going to church because they're trying, I guess. However, they have their demons.
Well,
And sometimes you're not ready for them because you're like, no, they're church go. Watch out. But apparently you've had some good experiences.
No, I've never dated anybody in church.
Okay, well,
I stay away.
Right.
But it's just a nice place to go and look at people and meet people, I guess. You know, you got to talk to your neighbor and peaceful and be with everybody. And it's a nice place where I guess you can start
to have those
to
conversations.
have those conversations. And you know if they're married or not married. You know, if you see the same guy going to church every weekend by himself.
Let's talk about it. One time, this guy was hitting on me, and he finally got me to go on a date with him.
In church.
And he was,
From church.
so he was a deacon of a church. I did not go to that church, but he was a deacon. And he wanted to go on a date. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Go ahead, take me out. Why not? So we go on said date, and as we're speaking, he's telling me about how he has children. Now, I had no children at the time, so it was a turn off for me because they were like close to my age, and I was like, okay, so this can't work. But no knock on having children. That was fine. However, he talked about living with his children. So I was like, okay, that's great. But then he also talked about still living with his wife. And he's like, no, we're separated, but we're still living in the same house. So I said, you know what, let's solve this quickly. So, what does the congregation believe you guys are? And he's like, oh, well, they believe we're still married. And I was like, check, please. Conversation over. He was very married, going on dates. Very married, still living with her, going on dates.
Terrible.
No judgment. If you're out there, you know, good luck to you, but not for me. I haven't had great experiences with church.
Bars. You meet men at bars.
Bars.
Work.
No. What if it doesn't work out?
I agree, but a lot of people start their relationships
You know what,
off
that
at
is
work.
true.
One of my very best friends met her husband at work, and
And I
they're
guess
still married.
they have things in common because they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that could work.
It's not the best thing. I personally don't. I don't date at work.
I
don't
did it
think
once and
it's-
I'll never do it again.
I've done it before. I won't do it again.
All her business is out.
All my business
She was
is
trying
out.
to front.
I've done it before. I
Truth
won't do
over
it.
wine to honey.
I won't do it again. This was a long time ago, and I was younger, but
I was very young as well.
no, I wasn't so much younger. I was about maybe a year and a half out divorce.
Okay.
Of my divorce, and I met someone at work, and it was nice. It was great while it lasted, and we had a great time, and we had fun, and to this day, you know, if I say much respect, but it was a little awkward and uncomfortable afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, let's cut the workplace out.
How about friend of a friend?
Okay.
Do you like the hookup?
No. I
You
will
don't like
never,
the hookup?
don't ever hook me up, please.
Really?
I pass. Must I remind you that I just got hooked up
Oh.
and for whatever reasons, it didn't work out, and now I'm just like, now it's uncomfortable not only for me, well, not really for me, but it's uncomfortable for our mutual friends.
Why?
Because I hope that, they still on good terms.
I'm sure they're still on good.
I hope so.
Guys are able to do that.
Listen,
I guess no friends of a friend.
no friends for me personally. Because then if that friend has a party or an engagement or anything,
You
and
have
then
to run
you have
into
to
him.
run into him, and it's just uncomfortable, I think, for everybody.
Wow.
I think, unless if things work out, then that's wonderful. But if they don't, I think that it could turn a little awkward.
I could see it turning a little awkward. I don't think I've done a friend of a friend. I don't think.
I mean, things have never gone. I've done friends of friends. I've gotten hooked up from friends of friends, and I've never had issues. And if we went out on a few dates, things didn't work out. Okay, great.
Move on.
If we see each other again, hey, how are you? How's everything?
No love lost.
No, nothing. No more, no less.
Okay. So
This last time though, I got blocked. Block. So
his loss. His loss.
listen, it is what it is, but I've never been blocked from everything. It was hilarious.
Okay. So friends of the friend, we're willing to still do. She's willing to still do.
I don't know. But this time around, it's gonna be a little. Well, no, not that I would go anyways, because I've never been blocked. I took that
can't.
personal.
We're gonna move on from the block. We're moving on from the blockage.
There was no need for it.
I can't with you.
It wasn't that serious.
Wasn't
that serious.
What are the other options?
Period. Poo. It wasn't that serious. Go ahead.
What are the other options? Online dating.
I love online dating. It's like car shopping.
Okay, so here's hilarious, right? So I've been on a couple of online dating sites. I don't think I've ever actually met someone.
I dated someone for 3 years from an online
Really?
date. Yes, ma'am, I did.
So I was always too scared. Literally, I'll have 6-month conversations with these people, and they're like, "Let's meet up," and I'm like, "I'm too scared."
I know I did. I dated someone for 3.5 years. Great guy.
And you met him online.
Yes,
Never knew
ma'am.
of him prior to
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you dating online before you decided to?
Meet him?
Yeah.
We dated online before I decided to get up and actually go out on a date with him. We were talking about 3 months. 2.5 months.
Okay, that's a long.
2.5 months.
Fair amount of
Yeah.
time, right?
And then we met, and it was like
You hit it off.
we hit it off, and we dated for about a year, and then we turned it into a relationship, and we were together for 3 years. Great time, great guy. Things didn't work out, but no animosity. Again, we're adults.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. You know what it does? It cuts out the nonsense.
Yeah, but how about for all the people that are on there being fake? I just had a girlfriend of mine. She will remain nameless, but I'm sure she's going to watch this and she's going to be dying. She met this guy online and legitimately was falling in love with him, and honestly I was on the ride with her, but I'm the cautious friend on her shoulder, watch out, but it was going on for so long that I'm
Something's wrong.
they were really deep falling in love with one another, and then he comes and says something to the effect of he was a doctor, by the way, and he was going to the Philippines because he was going to buy merchandise for his practice that he was opening here in Jersey. And while he's there, everything falls apart, and he calls her and needs money. Dun, dun, dun.
She did not send the money. Tell me she
Hell
did.
no.
Girl.
We were waiting for it. Like, as much as she was falling in love, we were like literally letting her fall, but slowly watching and waiting for when it finally would hit.
Yeah, look, if you're dating online, 4 weeks, I think if you're talking to
This
someone
was like
dating
2
online,
months.
no. You're dating online, 4 weeks that you're talking to someone, you want to go out on a date. Go grab a cup of coffee. You want to
4
see.
weeks?
I mean, at least. Okay, first of all, quick pause. Let us talk. Time is essential. Time is of the essence.
Okay.
Time is precious. You don't have time to waste,
Okay.
right? So if you're talking to someone 2-3 weeks, you're vibing over the phone, the text messaging, the back and forth. It's your butterflies, and you're waiting, and then the anticipation of him calling you or reaching out to you is there. Make it your business to go out and grab a cup of coffee. Make sure the
Okay.
person is around. Make sure that you can physically see the person. You don't have to go out on an expensive date, guys. You can just go for a simple
To a park.
to a park. Now be mindful, and this is something that I learned. So my ex, and him and I, again, we met on not on social media. We met on a dating app, and we were together. He was also dating for a little bit, for a while prior to him and I getting to know each other. And he would send a picture of where he was going and the person he was talking to his sister.
Oh yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
And he's a man.
But
right?
that's a smart thing.
I would share my location with my
With a
best
friend.
friend. Yeah,
Okay.
and let her know, like, listen, I'm going to be out here. I'm meeting this guy that I met online or whatever it was. You got to be cautious and you got to be careful.
So online date, but be responsible.
Be responsible. Be very careful.
Okay,
Exactly.
so let's talk about specific online dating sites. So, a friend of mine mentioned to me how there's a sugardaddy.com and a seekingarrangements.com.
Yes.
Have you heard of those?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Have you been on?
No, but I think I want to go on. Why not? Why not? Why not?
So I'm so intrigued. I'm out of the game now, but I'm definitely.
Well,
like,
I mean, again, it's what
girls.
you're looking for. Because
Okay.
sugardaddy.com, you're basically finding a sugar daddy. You're finding someone that's most likely married, that has money, that's looking for, a good time and nothing more, and looking to maintain you or support you or find out or give you an allowance, right? Because that's what they give. They give you allowances in the return for favors. So it's technically
No judgment.
no judgment. Hey, listen,
No
girl, no
judgment.
judgment at all. But that's not really, I don't think sugar daddies is gonna be
I don't think you're dating for marriage. At
right,
that point.
right, right.
All right,
So it's
you're not
different.
dating for marriage.
No, that's
Got
not
it.
that.
This
That's
is just
fun,
okay. Just fun.
fun and money. I love it.
Fun and money. I love it.
That's right, fun and money. I love it.
I can't.
If y'all see me on sugardaddy.com, please don't say nothing.
I can't with you. Alright, we take a pause. What's our next topic?
Let's discuss this real quick. 132 calories for 5 ounces. Yes.
That's not bad.
It's really not bad. So if you do really good during the day and you want to have yourself a little skinny girl, go on right ahead.
Go to the gym. 132 calories, so easy to burn. What was that, 15 minutes on the treadmill?
And it is delicious.
You're good.
Delicious.
So, back to dating. We are discussing dating in your 20s versus dating in your 30s. It's completely different.
Yes.
So, I think, and I'm not going to make the assumption for everyone. For me, dating in your 20s, you're just getting to know people, figuring out what you want, what you don't want.
You don't care.
You're kind of
Your
like
friends.
doing this. You're kind of like doing this and just having a good time doing this.
Even in your early 30s, you're still doing that. Like, I was not.
I think it depends on the person because not everybody wants to have babies late in their 30s.
I didn't have babies late in my 30s.
I did,
Yeah.
and looking back, I probably would have
Done it earlier?
calm down a little bit earlier.
No, I wouldn't have. I would have had my kids when I'm 50. I'm sorry. I had my kids really early, so I was divorced at an early age. So dating in my 20s was just more like I was just having fun.
I had a great time.
I was not thinking about marriage. I've been there, done that.
Yes and no, because I think that in your 20s, well, back in our time, now people are getting married later, but around 25, 26, everybody was getting married, and then you would get that itch, and everybody would start asking you, so when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? And you're almost like, oh God, she's the one that's not married. And they put all this pressure on you. I never let that bother me. I think that bothered me for like 30 seconds, and then I was just like, halt. That's their journey. This is my journey, and whenever it happens to me is when it's going to happen. I didn't want to end up doing it over and over again because some of those people are already divorced.
Right. Which a lot of times happens.
Right?
Slow,
because
right?
who I am in my 20s is not who I am in my 30s.
Absolutely
and
not.
You're going through a transition. For me, and did I enjoy my 20s, all of it. All of it. And I have no regrets looking back.
I had a good time.
No regrets looking back.
It's different. In your 30s, you already know what you want. You know what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know which way you're going. You know,
Dare you say it? You're dating for marriage.
Whether you're dating for marriage or you're dating to settle.
Okay.
You're dating for
a companion.
A companion. You're looking for stability and security and certainty. You're not looking to have you're going to be out all weekend. I'm going out all weekend. We're not looking for that, guys.
We're no longer in the club.
We're not.
Unless it's something that the two of you like to do together.
And you can do every so often. That's wonderful. I think everybody likes to do it every so. I sure enjoy it.
I haven't been in a very long time.
I enjoy it. I'm sorry. I enjoy it.
I don't know if I haven't been in a very long time. I don't know if I'll ever catch myself at the club again. But if you guys like it, pardon me, I have no problem with it. I think it's more of if she's not going to the club and he's going to the club every weekend, what you still doing at the club every weekend?
No, I want to go apple picking and wine tasting.
That's
and
why
hot air
dating your 30 is
I want to go smell sunflowers in a sunflower field.
You want
to
to take
go to the
long
Poconos.
walks on the beach.
Yeah, that's what exactly. By the way, that's what I just did. I was in Asbury this past weekend. I want to see the sunset, and I want to look at the moon as the light is shining. Like those are the things that I want to do.
Here's what I will say to dating in 20s. To me personally, it's not the time for you to be dating to get married. Like, slow down.
That's right.
Enjoy your life.
That's right.
You have plenty of life to be married for.
Exactly.
Enjoy your life is the biggest advice I give my friends in your 20s. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your 20s. Travel. Enjoy your girlfriends. Live on your own. Get to know the world. See things. Have experiences.
I think we got
Date.
so stuck in the one person that you like. And it's so funny because I told you this today about my daughter. Oh, she's gonna kill me. So my daughter is 17 years old, and my daughter had her first boyfriend of 2 years. They were together for 2 years, high school sweethearts, and they're both graduating this upcoming year. And she calls me, and she's on vacation, so she's not in New York, not next to me. And she calls me last week, and she is crying. And she's like, I broke up with him and it's over. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I wish you were here, but it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Tell me what happened. So she's telling me kind of what happened and, what led to them breaking up. And we spoke for about maybe a good half an hour. And then she calmed down and she was fine. And I spoke to her again throughout the week, but then yesterday I called her and I'm like, hey, how are you, honey? How are you feeling? What's going on? Talk to me. Tell me, because I remember when I was younger in my 20s and,
it was like, I thought like I was going to die.
And she was like, what are you talking about, Mom? I said, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Are you, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay. Just let me know. And she's like, Mom, I'm 17.
I'm so proud of her.
I am 17 years old.
Good job.
I cried for 2 hours. I'm not going to cry for 2 days.
There it is.
She's like, it's not happening. I'm only 17. I'm going away to college next year. It was going to happen regardless because I don't believe in long
There you go.
in long distance relationships.
Uh-huh.
She was like, no, I'm not going to sit there and cry for 5 months and be depressed. And no. I cried for 2 hours. That's more than enough. It's over. Moving on.
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her. There are people in their 40s and 50s who can't do that.
Hello?
I can't.
I was like, I said, okay, but you sure? She goes, I'm great. It's
There
fine.
it is.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be coming to New York in the next couple of weeks. We'll be fine. I'll go and have dinner with him and sit down. And I said, but are you guys gonna? And she's like, no, it's done.
There it is.
That's it. It's over.
But that's what it should be.
And we move forward. He's a
That's
great
what it should
guy.
be.
We're friends. But I'm 17. I'm not supposed to cry for 2 weeks. That's not supposed to happen.
With that said, we've reached the end. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Make sure to wash your hands, please, and wear your masks, guys, outside.